Hey there gardeners, Chris here from Steading. I wanted to talk about how I got scammed, finessed by a marketing department when buying seaweed liquid or liquid concentrate for use in the garden. And this is a really good product if you're planting stuff or if you've got really dry conditions and you want to kind of give your plants your best or the best possible go when you do give them a bit of water, because it's meant to help with essentially the stress of it being quite dry. And obviously there's, trace elements and all that kind of stuff. So I was at the shops and I noticed the Garden Basics in this 2-litre container was half the price of the name brand Seasol product. And in the past I've bought the Seasol product, but let's be honest, not only is money tight, I can always spend money saved somewhere else, whether it's on plants or garden beds or something non-gardening related. Maybe a nice steak. Anyway, I was thinking to myself, this stuff looks like a really, really good option over the name branded stuff if it is going to do the same job. Now, the comparison was this Seasol 4-litre container. And looking at these two, this was about $13 and this was about $46. So, direct kind of comparison point. The Seasol was almost double the price. Not quite, but almost double the price. And obviously this is a better value pack, I would say. And I was thinking to myself, well, I have found an amazing bargain because they're both seaweed liquid concentrate, both of them. So that is very important because not all of the seaweed liquids or the Seasol, kind of the traditional Seasol products are the concentrate. Keep that in mind for later because I'm going to tell you about another situation where I got finessed. So basically I thought to myself, we'll try and do a comparison point of maybe the ingredients. However, these are not food, so there is no regulation requiring them to mention exactly what is in them or the concentrates in them, so there's no way of doing that kind of comparison. However, there is one way we can compare these two products, and that is that they have a little application table on the back of each of these products. And on this one here, it says for annuals in a 9-litre watering can, I think that's like a 2-gallon, just over 2 gallons, you put in 70 mils, which is just over 2 shots. And that's every 2 to 4 weeks. So that is 70 mils in your watering can. And we go over to the Seasol thinking it's going to be fairly similar. And what does the Seasol recommend for the annuals? 30 mil. So under half. Now, that is again, that is every 2 weeks. Does that say every 2 to 4 weeks? So, okay, we could say perhaps it's a little bit more even because this one says every 2 to 4 weeks, where this one says every 2 weeks. However, if we look a little bit further, we'll say, look, and I have to kind of match these up to the same points. Let's say lawns. This says 200 mil. To 350 mil or 210 to 350 mil every 2 to 4 weeks. This one on lawns, it says 100 mil every 2 to 4 weeks. So same duration. And this is a half as much, if not a third as much, or almost as fourth as much. So this would actually be, if you're measuring this out properly, a much, much more economical option, despite the fact that this looks quite a bit cheaper. And again, we'll have another look. This one says for trees, it's the same recommendation as lawns, 210 to 350 mil every 2 to 4 weeks in that 9 litres of watering can water. This one does call them stressed trees, but it says again 100 mil. So you're needing much, much less of this than you're needing of this, which obviously gives you a very, very different picture than just looking on the shelves and going, that's a 2-litre, that's a 4-litre. The 4-litre is way, way more expensive. It's essentially 4 times the cost. Is that how it works out? 4 litres, 46 bucks. Yeah, 4 litres, 46 bucks. 2 litres, 13 bucks. However, what we need to keep in mind is if we bought a 4-litre of this, that would double the cost to $26. And then you only need to use half as much of this as this to get the same value. So again, this is a little worse value than the Seasol, but that does rely on you properly measuring how much you should use. If you're just free pouring and you're pouring the same amount in of each of these, then potentially the Garden Basics will be better value, even if there's no extra benefit of kind of overdosing your plants on Seasol, which isn't really a thing as far as I know. You'll just be spending less for doing that as compared to the Seasol. But if you're going with the proper recommended dosages, the Seasol is your better deal, which is a little bit surprising for me. Now, we're going to put down the Garden Basics, because what I do want to talk about when I'm being finessed by marketing is I am normally looking for the cheapest option. And I do, as you can see, do a little bit of a comparison and go to myself, do they really line up? Because they don't always, as we've just demonstrated. So the other thing that I was buying was the Seasol packs, where you could get the Seasol itself or the Seasol fertilizer, which is just a liquid fertilizer, and they come in a pack, and it's the hose pack. And so you basically get two litre, I think it is, containers of the stuff, and you can click a hose straight on and kind of just hose it onto your garden. And those are about 26 bucks for 4 litres. And so again, I bought one of those thinking to myself, much, much better value. However, that is where the concentrate comes in. This stuff is concentrate. The stuff in those hose-on packs is a much, much lower concentrate. So I don't even know if it is a concentrate, but obviously it's getting mixed with the water, and it's much less concentrated than this stuff. And so if you actually read the back of one of those packets, what it says is you can buy this and refill those 2 litre containers, and you put in half a litre of your concentrate, and you put in 1.5 litres of water, and you will get what they're selling you for $26. And so again, where it seemed like those were a really, really good pack if you weren't paying attention to the details, and they were a really good value option, 26 bucks for 4 litres, in actual fact, that 26 bucks is getting you 1 litre of actual concentrate. And so it really doesn't make any financial sense. And so you do need to be a little bit careful as a consumer to make sure you're getting the value for money. Obviously, if you're rolling in it, you probably don't care about this stuff and you just buy whatever you buy. However, if you are trying not to waste money and trying to get the best deal as a consumer, sometimes it's not as basic as just looking and kind of going, they look pretty similar, what's the cheaper option? Sometimes a little bit of proper comparison really, really does go a long way. And obviously people are probably saying to themselves, this guy's a loser, it's like a $10 difference or something like that. But over the year, that adds up, and that's money I can spend on seeds, on soil, on garden beds, on a nice steak to chuck on the barbecue, maybe on a beer. There's lots and lots of other things that I could spend that money on if I wasn't wasting it unnecessarily on basically marketing gimmicks, which are trying to trick me into buying products which aren't as good as I assume. And again, that's what marketing's for. It's to trick you into buying whatever the marketer wants you to buy. But if you're a, what do they call it, informed consumer, you can get around that marketing and get the best option for you. So let's try and do that.